Okay, sorry for the disturbance, ma. And the continuation topic is pathophysiology of the central diabetes insipidus. So one is the loss of vasopressin and causing a deficiency of the ADH and polyuria and polydipsia. So these two words are we are already discussed in the previous topic. So check once. So this is about the pathophysiology of the central diabetes insipidus. And in here, what is the pathophysiology of the nephrogenic diabetes insipidus? So in is the depression of the aldosterone release. Depression of aldosterone. It is a one of the hormone. Sterone release. Aldosterone release. So and irritability of the nephrons respond of the ADH. Irritability. Irritability of nephrons. Irritability of the nephrons. And the next one, causing of the polyuria and polydipsia. Causing of polyuria, polydipsia. It leads to the nephrogenic diabetes insipidus. So what is the signs and symptoms? What is the symptoms and signs? What is the signs and symptoms of the diabetes insipidus? So first one is polyuria with the urine output is so urine output. Polyuria with urine output is the 5 to 15 liters per day. So what is the normal? Is the 5 is the normal. So increases 5 to 15 liters per day. And the next one is polydipsia. Polydipsia, especially disorders of the cold fluids. So disorder is the desire for the cold fluids. And the next one, making dehydration, dry skin, weight loss, and the next one, weight loss and anorexia, and etc. So this is signs and symptoms of the diabetes insipidus. So how to diagnosis of the diabetes insipidus? So diagnostic steps. So high serum osmolality. So here high serum osmolality usually above 300 MOSM per kg of water and low urine osmolality usually 50 to 200 MOSM per kg of water and low urine specific gravity less than 1.005. Specific gravity is less than 1.005. So increase the creatinine and blood urea nitrogen. Increase of creatinine and blood urea. The next one, positive response of the water deprivation test. So these following tests and identify them and identify the diabetes insipidus. So what is the treatment? What is the treatment of the diabetes insipidus? So in here replace of the ADH. So the next one, ensure the adequate fluid replacement method. And the next one, identify and correct the underlying cases. So by performing of these tests and the treatment of the diabetes insipidus, and the next one, replacement of the vasopressin, and correction of the dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. electrolyte electrolyte imbalance. So these are the tests for the treatment of the diabetes insipidus. So if you have any doubts from these topic, so tomorrow we will discuss.